Alan Lewis of Ireland checking England are ready. The All Blacks are ready. And Dan Carter gets the second half underway here at Twickenham. And climbing in and grabbing it. They left it to a winger, Ben Cohen, to take it in. All Blacks just out of the blocks a little quickly. And, oh, here's trouble. Tyndall didn't kick. And the All Blacks piling in, looking to turn it over. And which side is it on? Still on the England side. They got away with it. Dawson. And he finally got a kick off. And it sits up for Muliaina. Fires it wide to So'oialo. He gets it even wider to Howlett. All Blacks looking to stretch England. Howlett runs into Tyndall, who made the initial mistake.
Oh, So'oialo did well then.
Now Kelleher. Pass way behind Dan Carter. And now he gets it off to Marsoe. He's got good pace, remember, Chris Marsoe. He turns it into Major, spinning nicely out of a few tackles. Got it up to Umaga.
Good support.
All Blacks starting with good pace. Now Muliaina. Again, the England defence holds up nicely. And he got it off to Woodcock. Now Kelleher. Here's Carter looking to stab it in. Might have been knocked down by Jerry Collins, I think, but the All Blacks have turned it over anyway. Some of the kicking in this game has been pretty average, and that was another one. I can't believe it. Dan Carter helped up Matt Dawson.
I'm a bit concerned about it myself. And Matt Dawson milked it. He let Dan soak up all his body weight, you know. But once again, New Zealand starting running onto the ball, offloading in the tackle, just starting to put pressure out wide.
Now we've got a chance on this near side in the second half to watch Phil Vickery and Tony Woodcock at work.
Yeah, and I think New Zealand won that victory.
It's been a very solid scrum. Umaga's knocked it on, and there's a double knock on now.
Those are the little mistakes they wanted to eliminate in the second half. I feel sure that if they can do that, just bring more accuracy into their play, they can go on and win this game. But the more mistakes they do make, the more it's just going to keep England in with a hunt. And if they go in close into the final 20 minutes, boy, it's all on.
Yes, well, mistakes, of course, get England back to set plays, which is exactly what they want.
Although, in saying that, you know, you'd have to say the New Zealand scrum at this stage looks much better shape, more stable, and the line out looks relatively secure too. So I don't think it's a serious issue. In fact, I'd say
that's a serious issue.
Yeah, England would be worried about that.
Well, that was pure scrummaging technique by the All Blacks, and that will hurt the egos of England because they've really built up this scrum all week.
Andy Sheridan has a column in one of the papers. That's Steve Thompson, you can see on screen. He has a column in the paper on coaching tips, and apparently the deal was that Carl Heyman was going to ask him after the second scrum, so what are you going to write in your column next week?
Well, Steve Thompson just popped out.
I would say he was embarrassed. He was so embarrassed he could hardly talk, and that's unusual.
So embarrassed he wanted to claim the penalty himself.
Surely that can't happen to me. Give me a penalty. They must have done something wrong.
So here's Dan Carter. As I said before, 10 out of 10 on this tour so far. Well, he's blown one too.
Yeah, don't say that again, Nisbo. You put the kiss of death on him, mate.
Yeah, I did. So England off the hook there. Hodgson way down to Doug Howlett.
They'll run this one. No.
The kick and chase. It's coming down about the 10-metre line, and Lucy didn't get it. It's in the arms of So'oialo as the All Blacks down towards the 22. Snapped up by Chris Marsoe, and there's a big black unit there. Freed it up for Kelleher. Now Carter. Carter in a big gap. Huge gap. Player held back. Muliaina got it off to, and So'oialo's close. Desperation. All Blacks want it quickly.
How did they stop that?
It's slow as.
Yeah,
They've got to come this near side here, and they have a go and they're in.
Well,
Kevin Mialamu it is.
well, a moral victory because they split them wide. Carter again, the continuity, the support, there were players held back even, and eventually they still scored.
A little bit of booing around the stadium, not sure what that's about. If they come out to this near side, the All Blacks had a 2 or 3 man overlap, but they decided to go straight up the middle. And Kevin Mialamu, another test try, number 5 for him.
I'm sure he'd be the first to give a big pat on the back to his mate Tony Woodcock, who helped drive him over the line. What a year he has had.
Carter's conversion from a handy position, and it looks a little more comfortable at the moment. 20 points to 10, but still a long way to go. Just 5 minutes gone second half, and look at the gap for Carter. Player held back there. It was Muliaina. Finally he was released. Major got it off to Soiala. He was almost over the line, and the All Blacks took it from there. Kickoff is made. Up goes Chris Jack.
Yes, beautifully taken, secure. That area's come right.
Stay on.
Kelleher being held.
Stay on, stay on. Come on, quickly, get it out.
Now Carter just dribbles a little kick in, beautifully done. Noon trying to control it.
Oh, you've knocked it on accidentally.
The accidental offside there.
Knocked it into his own man.
I think one of the All Blacks just kicked it into Tana Umanga's midriff. Boy, bold stuff, isn't it, when you're trying the little chip kick out of their 22, but Wayne Smith, he believes that if there's space, you take it wherever it is on the field.
Yes, and I thought it was well done too. I mean, the accuracy of the kicking today of guys like Dan Carter and Aaron Major enables us to have them with less risk too.
Better England scrum this time as Dawson slings it to Hodgson, turns it back inside to Tyndall, who gets taken down nicely by Kelleher. Somebody's lost a boot there. You can see it just behind the England ruck. England looking to pick and go. Grucock. Yeah, it didn't last long though. Very slow for Matt Dawson. Now he gets it off Hodgson. Kicking across. It's flattened by Woodcock. And an easy mark.
Oh, flag out. Flag out from Craig Joubert, the South African touch judge.
He's going to get him for a late tackle here, and I didn't see it at the time.
Taken out late.
Yeah, dangerous tackle, one late.
Just be a little bit more careful. I was concentrating on the offside. You were late.
Sorry, sir. Oh.
Well, I don't think that was a dangerous tackle at all. Well, and if you wanted to say it was marginally late, I guess you could. And in slow motion, yeah, maybe marginally late. Certainly not dangerous.
So here's Charlie Hodgson, man from the Sale Club, and the kick is through. So 20 points to 13 at Twickenham.
So England employing a different tactic there. First time on attack for some time and trying the up and under. Well, it drew 3 points. I mean, it was well taken by Muliaina, who marked it.
Andy Robinson as Carter makes the kickoff. England once again using a winger to take the ball in. Ben Cohen, very highly rated by Wayne Smith when he was at Northampton. And that's a nice clearance. England getting it down inside All Black territory. Quickly taken by Howlett, and referee, I think, claiming that the line-out had already formed.
But even so, showing good confidence and good awareness. So New Zealand line-out. Let's have a look at this one. The last couple have been very, very safe and secure. Not that one.
A lot of knock-ons there.
Well, it was against the throw. That's England's first one against the throw.
Well, no, it wasn't. They knocked it on. Steve Borthwick doesn't think so. Let's have a look and see if the referee got this one right.
No, I think it was Borthwick getting his hand to it.
Oh, look, it did go forward from an England player after that.
Good cricketer, this guy. Lisbo, the umpire. Sorry, the referee. Be an umpire if he was a cricketer.
Well, he is a very good cricketer, actually.
Great scrum.
One of Ireland's best cricketers, Alan Lewis, in years gone by. There's Carter driving the ball back inside the 22. Fielded there by Cohen. And his kick not going out. Fielded by Soialo. Off to Kelleher. And he's going to wipe it across field, but only as far as Hodgson.
Terrible kick.
Chance for a counter-attack. Oh, that's awful.
Aaron Major rushed the fence, put the pressure on the pass, which is why it wasn't. Which is why it was loose. Lucy not being able to get it away quick enough. Well, Kelleher, I think, made a poor decision then. Plenty of support, and he chose to kick. Of course, that's what England love. When people kick against them, they just sit deep, and the weight in the pockets is always a winger deep.
All Blacks have been using Soialo almost exclusively in the lineouts. I don't know whether England would have expected that. They would have been marking Chris Jack and Ali Williams. And look at all the England players putting their arms up. It was tackled ball. It wasn't a maul. Yes, Rodney Soialo, 5 clean takes in the lineout.
Well, it was one of the problems on the Lions tour, wasn't it, that some of the players were so busy trying to referee the game that they forgot to do their jobs, and England just starting to get frustrated.
All Blacks holding it in the back of their scrum. They'll get a penalty. That's clever play by the number 8. He trapped it in the back, and Dawson's got himself offside right out in front of the posts. Well, I think the scrum has long been forgotten by England as an attacking weapon. The All Blacks have mastered that well and truly today.
Well, they have. That last scrum, New Zealand ball, not only did they have a stable, good platform, but it was going forward. So it means that the English have stopped trying to destroy the New Zealand scrum, or are unable to destroy, more correctly, I would say.
So there are the 2 prop forwards, Sheridan on the right there and Phil Vickery on the left. Chorus of boos for Dan Carter as he guides another one through, and the All Blacks restore that 10-point advantage. 23 points to 13.
Well, that's an interesting perspective from the top, but it is a mighty stadium and a mighty location with these giant jets flying over on their way to Heathrow in the blue sky above.
Hodgson again gets it up high. Marsoe this time, and takes it nicely. All Blacks come away with it. Good work in there by Chris Marsoe.
Don't touch him, 5.
Pass from Collins back to Carter, and he's starting to find his timing now with his punting the ball.
Boy, how
too good
cool
in that first half.
Sorry, Nisbo, how cool was that? He had 2 guys bearing down on him. This was great work from Marsoe, following up the take by Rodney Soialo. But Carter, he had 2 guys bearing down on him, and he just didn't rush it at all.
Just watching that there, Soialo did really well because he was hit at the time, but he was still able to release the ball.
Thompson throws. Borthwick stretching up. England have a clean line out. Now Hodgson out to midfield. Oh, Umaga zeroing in on Jamie Noon. Slow ball for Dawson. Now it's with his captain Corrie. Now the All Blacks having to defend. Now Grucock.
Doing well, Grucock.
Dawson again. They're keeping it pretty tight. Corrie again. Wasn't held. Win again. Now Dawson for Hodgson. Tyndall running across. Really had no idea what to do. Just kept going, and now the All Blacks have turned them over.
Marsoe.
So that is a turnover.
And it's gone back the other way now. And away goes Mark Cueto. He drops the ball on the ground for Thompson. Hodgson. So both sides guilty of turning the ball over in this movement. All Blacks have walked over the top. Oh dear. It was sitting there.
Come on, you've got to roll away from there. Ball was there, you've got to roll away. You've just slid in and stayed.
Hodgson's gone down. He was in a bit of doubt coming into this game. And you do get the feeling he's kind of filling in until Johnny Wilkinson's ready to go again.
He's a very good kicker, Charlie Hodgson, but he does tend to take the ball very deep and flat-footed. He's not really giving the guys outside him much of an opportunity to really get any rhythm into their attack. There's been no real threat in the centres, has there?
No.
Cueto and Cohen on the wing. They're two strong players. They look dangerous, but there's just no creativity going on inside them.
That's Ollie Barkley, who would be the replacement if Hodgson was to leave. Now England are not going to kick a goal here, or not try to kick a goal. How much longer can your hand stay on the ball? Look at that. So the kicker's gone down to within 5 metres. And of course this is where England rate their opportunity to get over the All Black line, as they did in the first half.
Well, I think it's not a bad ploy from England, because really they haven't fired a hell of a lot of shots. Certainly not inside the 22 since the first 5 minutes. So they want to have another crack, and it's the only way they're going to win this game.
So Thompson's got to get the throw right. The All Blacks may not dispute this. No, they let Borthwick go up and get it. Then they start driving immediately. That's the first wave. Now they've got to repel the England wave, which will inevitably come here. They've gone to ground. Collins has got through. Oh, he's got him. He appeared to come through the middle, but Alan Lewis said no. So let's see whether England can get something going out wide. Sivivatu up to make a tackle. And we're going back for a penalty.
Wait, please. I'm taking down. Number 1.
Well, he reckons this is a collapse more. Oh dear, he's going to the pocket.
That's a decision that could change this game.
So off goes Tony Woodcock for 10 minutes.
Massive blow, actually. And here they go. Have to repel with one less forward.
This time it's Grucock.
Oh, gee, they've done it well.
They did it very well. England will have another go, though. They'll pick it up and try and go again.
Well, they have to. They know where New Zealand are down by 1.
Taking forever. Now Dawson. Up to Tyndall in midfield. Hodgson. A little bit of space for Lucy. But it closes quickly. Marsoe and Sivivatu. Ball stolen, I think, by Marsoe. He was the tackler. Good call. Soialo getting rid of Martin Corrie.
Quite effectively, I thought.
And Kelleher bangs it off downfield. Waiting back for this is Cohen. He in turn finds Lewis Moody. And England in possession, 10 metres out from the 22. All Blacks fanned across in defence. Hodgson gets it wide for Sanderson.
Roll away.
Dawson having a look up the middle. Not too many gaps
This
there,
could
though.
be a turnover to New Zealand here. Ooh, oh.
Well, it was tackled ball, so the All Blacks now are going to have to get a prop forward on. So Nehemiah Tialata will have to come on, and somebody will have to disappear.
Maialamu's holding his shoulder.
Just calm down. Calm down. Which player's coming off?
Looks like Chris Marsoy will be the man to come off.
So it's going to be a battle for the All Blacks when it's their ball in the scrums for the next 8 minutes or so, because they'll only have 7 in there.
I've never in my life done a game when the opposition, the New Zealand opposition, has spoken to the referee so much during the game. It's a continual barrage of questions and answers between the referee and the English players.
And it was going on as the players left the tunnel, left the field into the tunnel at the end of the first half, and it was going on when they came back out again.
Stand up. Stand up. 3. When I blow the whistle, stop. When I blow the whistle, stop. Hit up.
So Nehemiah Tialata on this near side, the loose head side.
Yeah, expect him to take a bit of concentration here. This will give them the English forwards a second lease of life. They've got a chance with a new prop.
Well, an extra player in there, of course.
Come on.
Now England. Ball coming for Dawson. Hodgson. Cohen. And good defence by Carter. Just held onto the bootlaces. Sanderson chased across field.
Yes, driven backwards.
Now here's England again. A little flip pass, knocked it on. Now this is going to be difficult for the All Blacks. England will put enormous pressure on this scrum for sure. With Tony Woodcock not there, it's 7 against 8. You can expect the All Blacks to get it in quickly and out as quickly as possible. Well, that's a pretty good scrum in the end. Soyalo scrapping his way downfield.
He did well. He took 10.
Nicely fielded by Carter. Oh, kick is off the side of the boot. Sits up for Lucy, but it's in England territory. Fires it wide for Cueto. And finally runs into the All Blacks 5 metres in England territory. Dawson up to Tyndall. Again, it's released. Big defence by the All Blacks. Crowd howling for a head-high tackle, I think, as Grewcock makes a bit of ground. Now Thompson.
Hands off.
That's the 10-metre line, All Black territory. 21 minutes gone. Second half.
Don't come in the side.
As
Charlie Hodgson's down.
short pass. Big tackle by Carl Heyman. Yes, Hodgson reeling away. You can see just in the background there. Dawson running nowhere. All Blacks might have stepped over this.
Straight over.
Oh dear.
Straight over. Wait. Straight over.
It's a tough 5 minutes for the All Blacks.
1 second.
Playing with 14 men.
Yeah, lucky to get away with that. Very lucky. They got the penalty in the end. And Hodgson is in a bit of trouble out there, I think.
Here's the mark.
He's been attended to a couple of times even before that. He's going to have a shot now, I think. Yeah, well, that's, to me, that is a sign that New Zealand have defended brilliantly in the last 5 or so minutes.
Yeah, that is a victory in some ways, because this will take up another minute. And play to resume on halfway, as long as you can kick it, of course.
Yeah, I'm surprised they did. I mean, they were putting so much pressure on the New Zealand line from that line out. I thought they would have continued. Somehow the penalty, the position of the penalty is about 5 metres closer to the New Zealand line than it was when he indicated the spot.
Yes, he's a good goal kicker, all right, Charlie Hodgson. 23 points to 16. Former England great Bill Beaumont looking on.
So pressure still remains intense in New Zealand. One man down on the forwards, of course, and playing a lot of the last 10 minutes inside their territory.
4 minutes till Tony Woodcock is able to come back. Again, it's taken down by Cohen. The All Blacks will be very keen to keep England inside their 22.
Great kick.
And that is a good clearance. Now the All Blacks have got a player down way back on the 22. Ali Williams has gone down. Whether they'll stop the game for him or not, I'm not sure.
Looks like it might be a bit of blood there, Nisbo.
Yeah, they are going to stop. I think, yes, you're right.
Oh, you got to laugh at this crowd, don't you?
I've got to say, Graham Patterson has run a lot faster than he did out into the middle that time, though.
Well, Jason Eaton may well be required here with Williams coming to the sideline.
Oh, wouldn't that be a fairy tale story? In fact, there he is. He's going on. Yes, so the crowd booing, and now they can see why. They've stopped booing. Presumptuous over here.
Well, there he is, the young man who made his debut at Lansdowne Road last week. And he might well be straight into the action here. It's an All Black line out. Throw was short of Chris Jack, and England have possession. Hodgson out into centre field for Tyndall, and Collins makes a big tackle on him, snapped up by Sheridan. England try to make ground up through the middle. Hasn't worked for them so far. Now Hodgson. Heyman stayed with his man. Now England looking to get it wide. Kicked through by Noon. And Muliaina will just let it go.
Well, as far as yardage is concerned, that's what they wanted, England, to get back inside New Zealand 22. It's one area where they have been quite impressive. Bit of an advantage over New Zealand. Their 9 minutes are spent to 5 inside the 22.
Harley Williams getting patched up on the sideline.
So this is an interesting one, this line out. Where will they throw it? Where will Male Armour throw it?
England theme tune ringing round Twickenham as Mealamu throws over the back, snapped up by Moody. So England winning it. The All Blacks are going to have to be desperate in defence now. Hodgson getting it wide. Nice tackle by Major on Noon. And again it's there for Dawson. England making all the running at the moment. Now here's big Sheridan. Eaton stays with him though. As England go wide through Sanderson. Ball rolled forward there. Now he wants to have a chat with Tialata this time.
take your team away.
Oh, he's going to card him too.
Unprofessional. It's got to go. Yellow card.
Well, 13 now against 15.
Ali Williams is back on. Boy, this brings back memories of Wellington when England had to do it with 13 for a while.
We'll get one player back in about a minute's time. Tony Woodcock.
Now, one thing about this English side, they certainly know how to put pressure on everyone. The opposition and the referee big time. So the captain. Pulling the troops around, and he's saying, got to rally now, boys. This is when you lift it.
Well, you do wonder about with 13 against 15, why are they kicking for goal here? Surely this would have been the golden opportunity to try and get a try. So he's kicked another one.
Well, I guess they want to take the points while they're on offer, because then they know if they can score a try, they can go ahead.
Ali Williams is back on, and Tony Woodcock's back on.
So Woodcock's back.
Crane Driver pretty happy with the way things are going at the moment. So it's still 14 against 15 for the next 10 minutes, which will mean that the All Blacks are going to have to survive until 3 minutes before full time. England trying to maul it from near their own 22. Now they've gone to ground.
Let's use it or lose it.
Absolutely.
It's a great victory, that one, because England taking it in, slowing it down, driving it away, taking out the contest in the backs. They've been effective with a little bit of help of the sideline, I guess, with the yellow cards.
I said before that Lewis was a cricketer. I think any players in cricket who acted the way England have in some of these decisions, they'd be fined for dissent.
7 against 8, remember. Good scrum. Now Kelleher gets it wide to Carter. Carter trying to step his way through. Held up though by Dawson.
He's offside. That guy's offside easy.
Now here's Woodcock stretching for the pass. The All Blacks haven't had much of the ball lately. They'll be keen as Kelleher makes a bit of a burst. Now Byron Kelleher, left and right he goes. He's still got support there. He didn't need it for some time. Chris Jack's going to drag it out. He does so. Woodcock hands it on quickly. Major stabs the kick through, but Lucy's in position and has taken the mark. He needed to put it on the ground, I think. It's the old story of the kick in the air. Inside the 22, it can be marked.
Well, New Zealand looking dangerous when they move it.
All Blacks just out from the England 22 here. Lovely run by Kelleher.
Clear space.
So line out important.
Very important. Chris Jack stretches across beautifully. Now Carter set by Collins in centre field. Carter gets it across to Umaga. Umanga's held, but he in turn got it back to Carter. Still holding it up, Dan Carter. Inside the 22. It's there for Kelleher. He gave it off to Williams. All Blacks have upped the intensity a wee bit. Now it's slung away by Collins. Not a good pass. In fact, a shocker. Kicked away by Dawson. Major getting back though. He's on his own. And he's got support from Sivivatu. He decided to kick it. Not a bad idea.
New Zealand have got 13 in action at the moment. Byron Kelleher's down and he's in trouble.
Here comes Lucy. Dawson away for Corrie. Now it's with Cohen. Rucock right in centre field, held up by a strong All Black defence. It's only cracked once today early in the game. Lucy now. Tyndall. Big tackle on him by Carter. All Blacks coming from everywhere to make tackles. Dawson again. Up it goes to Sheridan. And the big fella driving in hard, but the All Blacks have nailed him again.
Ooh.
He was a bit lucky. He was held up initially, but he went to ground, so it was tackle ball.
Yes, because the ball wasn't on the ground, but he was. So if the ball's on top of him and he's on the ground, it's actually caught on the ground.
Keller, sorry, Murray. Kelleher's back in the fray. He made a tackle in that move, but he's getting some attention again as we speak. He was down for a long, long time.
I don't think Chris Jack was very happy with the footwork from Phil Vickery either, and he looked across at the touch judge and there was no response. About
England,
9 minutes remaining.
England about to make a change. It's like Chris Jones, big loose forward from Sale, about to come on.
It's a screwing England scrum. Dawson to Hodgson. Cueto. All Black defence has really been outstanding in this game. It's aggressive. They're coming from all angles to make the tackles. Here's Hodgson going again. Corrie, he's got it up high. The All Blacks will try and hold him up there. And they fancy their chance of turning him over? No. Again, it's a tackle ball. Looking to make a change, Tony.
Yeah, Periwipu on for Byron Kelleher. He's not well. He went down clutching the leg. And so Wipu on in jersey number 20.
Well, he's had a big game though, Kelleher. Made some big breaks. First try, beautifully set up.
Another one of these All Black England Test matches going down to the wire. 33 minutes gone, second half. England trapping it in the back. Corrie threw it forward, I reckon. Wepu's got to try and clear it. Does so. What a big bang downfield from Wepu. And that's relieved a lot of the pressure. As Cohen waiting for a while to clear it, and does so, but it will be in England territory.
Boy, what a great piece of scrummaging though from the All Blacks, and they're going to make another change. Joe Rokothoko about to come on in 21, and he'll be going onto the left wing in place of his cousin Sitiveni Sivivatu.
Well, it was a great scrum, Tony. 7 men against 8, really put the heat on them. Corrie was trying to control at the back, never really could do anything.
This is Matt Stevens of Bath about to come on in 17. And off comes Superman, Andy Sheridan.
Well, he hasn't made the impact that most English rugby supporters thought he would today. Still a very good player, and as props go, very young.
Yes, they love him over here.
Williams tries to drag it in. Mialamu's got it back, so the All Blacks still have this.
Pretty clever. Ali Williams, quite cool.
Wepu. Carter. Coming down just out from the 22. Lucy lines it up. All Blacks couldn't quite get to him in time. Now Dawson, Hodgson. Oh, that's a horrible one off the side. Has given Joe Rokocoko a bit of room to move. They'll be nervous about this. Rokocoko takes off. Now it's with Carter. Williams standing, at least Jack standing wide out on that right wing side.
Handy man to have there, I thought.
Wepu goes short to Woodcock. Now it's back with Wepu. Rolls a few extra metres.
Wait! There it is. Stay on.
Rokocoko again. Full of life, as you'd expect.
Yes.
Off the bench. Ball cleared away for Umaga. He fires it off to So'oialo. All Blacks held up 5 metres near the 22.
Ball under control.
Stay on. Stay on.
Just controlling play at the moment as the impasse goes to Woodcock, smashing his way straight ahead. Pretty good defence by England. They might have turned him. I think they did. Yeah.
Yes, he was isolated. There was no one with him for a second. I thought he did well. He broke that first line.
Oh, now he's marching them 10.
Boy, the All Blacks have had no favours from Alan Lewis at all in the second half.
No, and they've had the rub of the green on the touch line, the touch judges' calls as well, I think.
5 minutes remaining, and I make it a couple of minutes until the All Blacks are restored to 15.
Of course, this is a similar thing that happened last week here at Twickenham with a couple of the Australian players yellow carded. So they're used to playing against 13 men or 14.
So Thompson to throw to this line out. Easily claimed. Now Hodgson. Tyndall back to Hodgson. Oh, they've made a mess of this. The All Blacks have claimed it in midfield through Umaga. England just haven't not been effective out wide today. And Carter again tries to kick. Another example of a kick that hasn't gone right. Knocked forward by England.
Now, change coming up here for the All Blacks. And Chris Marsoi is going to come back out onto the field to restore the complement. And Mosi Tuialii coming out, and he will replace Rodney So'oialo.
So the All Blacks back to 15 men with 4 minutes remaining.
Well, Tuialii, sometimes he's very dominant in a game, and sometimes we don't see him. He needs to be the former on this occasion. So'oialo is a hustler. So New Zealand a little bit vulnerable, really, on the personnel that hunt and gather, you know, the fetcher, the open side. So'oialo's a bit of that. Richie McCaw, and they're both on the sideline.
Scrum fed by Wepu. Now Carter drops it off to Major. He lays it back. Wepu takes the short line up the middle. He's powerful. He got it through a couple, and oh, it's been turned over. England have got a bit of a chance. Thompson running with the ball, dragged down on a lovely tackle, and this might be a penalty. Oh, don't tell me he's stepping away. That normally means he goes for his pocket. So it'll be of concern, real concern, to the All Black management there, the discipline.
Well, they've got to make a decision now. Do they go for goal or do they go for the line out?
I think they'll go for the line out. These guys will go for it now. One point in arrears if they kick the goal. Just 3 minutes left.
Leon McDonald coming on for the All Blacks. And he's replaced Aaron Major.
Thompson did a lot of running here, and it took a good tackle by his opposite number, Kevin Nialamu, to get him down. So the All Blacks back to 14 for the last 2 minutes.
That's ironic, isn't it?
Tipped down by, but it's been knocked on.
Advantage right.
As Borthwick went up. Now Hodgson out to Noon in midfield. Ball drops down. Still playing that advantage is referee Lewis, and back they'll go for a scrum. Just over a minute remaining. I suppose from the All Blacks' point of view, the positive is that England really haven't looked like threatening to score a try.
No, they haven't. They haven't had the ability to put a man in space at all. They haven't made one line break, of course. So New Zealand have never been threatened in that situation, but it's the sheer pressure of the occasion.
Crowd well charged up as the scrum screws away again. That's not what England will need, as the ball has been snapped up. Now Dawson clears it. Hodgson looking for runners. Here comes Cohen, but he's run away from his supports. Just about 30 seconds. Vickery. Oh, the referee's got in the road.
Oh, he's got to blow that up.
Hodgson again. Saw a gap. And the All Blacks closed it down. Real pressure here in the last 20 seconds of the game as Lucy has it. All Blacks hold him up. And it's going to be a scrum for England. Is the time to get it down? Is it time? Wait a minute. Let's see.
I thought he should have blown up when he got in the way of the tackling players earlier on in the movement.
There is time, I think.
I was surprised the referee blew the whistle so soon there, actually. Never let the ruck go.
Well, if the All Blacks can hang on here, it is all down to brilliant defence. But England have got one last throw at the dice. What a finish.
Well, it has to be a try for England to win it.
One last big scrum from this All Black team that's packed down and scrummed magnificently today.
So what will they do, England? Will they try and go open side? They should, with one man short, they should be going blind, but they're not.
Here they go. Last throw of the dice for England. Noon looking wide again for a Ben Cohen, running out of room once more. All Blacks take him over the touchline, and that'll be it. The Grand Slam is still alive. The dream is still alive. The All Blacks are thrilled. Why not? They've played 30 minutes almost of this game with 14 players.
Well, it was a courageous performance by New Zealand under duress, under huge pressure. England threw everything at them, everything they had, including the crowd. I think they got the best benefit of the referee's decisions during the game. This team had 3 players off the field, often 2 at a time, and yet they still held. They held that line, that resilience, the stark defence. They also had moments of outstanding attack too. The creation of space. Really, they had a bit of everything. They showed the full armoury in this game. England were a bit short in that area. They're a little bit one-dimensional, but they can certainly apply pressure.
Well, the pictures tell the story. The All Blacks have had to work very hard here at Twickenham today, but they've fully deserved the victory. Defence really was the key to it, and you don't often see emotions like this from an All Black team, but it's 3 out of 3 on the tour, and the All Blacks have won the game by 23 points to 19. It was a victory, but it was a hard-earned one here at Twickenham for the All Blacks. 23 points to 19, and they've had their little huddle, and now it's time to salute the fans as the England team form the guard of honour. Well, they're tough games, these ones at Twickenham, Murray. They're never easy, and the All Blacks have had to battle their way through this one.
No, incredible place to play, really, and they treasure it, and you certainly get the fervour, but the pressure is the big thing that you feel on this ground, and there was nothing in that match. Even though I thought New Zealand had a clear advantage, there was nothing in it.
What a big week it's been for Tana Umaga. Helped to win the World Cup in 2011. Now he's led the All Blacks to victory at Twickenham, and he's downstairs with Tony Johnson.
Well, Tana, congratulations, because you've just capped off one of the great weeks in New Zealand rugby with one of the gutsiest displays ever by an All Black side. I mean, that must be very satisfying to come away with the win today.
Yeah, like you say, it's a culmination of a great week for New Zealand, and we're happy to get away with that. And I must say we did get away with it. I'm just so proud of the guys once again. It's a tough game when you only got 14 players out there for most of the second half, but again, I think the side showed its character and showed its heart and what it means to be an All Black for them, and they really dug deep for each other.
You must be really proud of these guys.
Yeah, very proud, very proud. It's a great sight to be with, and we lost Richie, which he's a major part of our team, and so other guys had to step up. You had Jerry Collins, Kivamia Lamu, Chris Jack, Ali Williams. These senior players stepped up, and I think once again we're in good stead for the future.
Just tremendous defence, that was a key to it. I mean, just so determined to not let them at your line.
Yeah, exactly. We pride ourselves on our defence, and it let us down in the first couple of minutes. But once we got hold of it, we really didn't get into our game, and you have to give England credit for that. They didn't allow us to get into our game, and we didn't play to the ref, and we paid the consequences. But we're happy, obviously, after this encounter. It could have gone worse for us.
What do you think of the sin binnings? I mean, do you think that he might have been a bit tough on you a couple of occasions, or do you think the guys were guilty of professional fouls?
Who knows? Yeah, exactly. We just got to play it like the ref sees it, and we're probably guilty of not adhering to what he was telling us, and we paid the price. But I'm very satisfied that we didn't pay the ultimate price in losing.
Well, mate, you're one game away from a Grand Slam, but even before that, I mean, what you've done here today, beating England here at Twickenham on top of winning the Tri-Nations, the Bledisloe Cup and a Lions Series. I mean, this is a pretty special time for rugby in New Zealand, huh?
Very much so, and we'll bask in the glory today and tonight, and hopefully people at home do as well.
Mate, that was a fantastic performance. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, TJ.
Yes, he was a tower of strength again today, Tana Umaga, as the All Blacks got the victory, 23 points to 19, hard earned.
Very hard earned, and when I look at the stats, it tells an interesting story for sure. England had a little bit of an advantage in territory, 58%. Possession was pretty square, really. And I look at the turnovers, the whole game like this, there were only 7 turnovers in the whole match. Unbelievable. 4-3, so there's nothing in that. One area that I think was incredible was the tackles, and New Zealand ended up having to make many more tackles than they expected.
Okay, let's hear now from Steve Hansen.
Well, Steve, I don't know what that was like for you sitting up in the stand, but it was pretty darned, heart-rending, wasn't it? I mean, they just hung on at the end there.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it was a huge ticker, and they showed a lot of guts, probably more guts than I would in a pair of Speedos, TJ.
So what did you make of it when the All Blacks at times down to 13, certainly 14 players? I mean, they had to dig deep. Must have been frustrating to keep losing players.
Yeah, I mean, the game's about holding your discipline under pressure, and without seeing all the replays, whether the decisions were right or wrong, that's what happened. And the boys just took the necessary steps. They defended magnificently, and they should have made the country very proud.
You must have been especially stoked with the scrum, because all the word during the week was what England were going to do to the All Black scrum.
Oh, look, Mike Cron can't get enough accolades. I mean, he's worked really, really well, and we've got a scrum that we can be proud of, and probably the best scrum in world rugby at the moment. So, 7 guys against what was, we saw what they did to Australia last week, so awesome.
Well done, mate. On to Scotland 8, finish off the Grand Slam.
Yeah, well, we won't talk about the Grand Slam just yet. We'll enjoy tonight, and then we'll prepare properly for Scotland next week.
Thanks, Steve.
Cheers.
Yes, well, one game away, even though the All Blacks probably don't want to discuss it, but we were on air at 3 a.m. next Sunday morning from Murrayfield, and the game starts around about 3:30 on Sunday morning. So that's the story from Twickenham. The All Blacks, they led 13-10 at half-time, and they've beaten England here tonight, or today, by 23 points to 19.